Tensions in the Red Sea reach a new high. This time, Houthi missile attacks in the region resulted in casualties for the first time since the beginning of the Israel-Hamas war. The Yemen-based group struck a Barbados-flagged ship in the Gulf of Aden, damaging it extensively. The United States Central Command has confirmed that 3 crew members of the merchant ship have been killed. American officials say that 4 other members have sustained injuries, with 3 of them in critical condition. Now, right after the attack, the Houthis declared that they had successfully hit an American commercial ship in the Gulf of Aden.
The
naval forces of the Yemeni armed forces carried out a targeting operation against the American ship True Confidence in the Gulf of Aden with a number of naval missiles. The strike was accurate and led to a fire breaking out on the vessel. The targeting operation came after the ship's crew ignored warning messages from the Yemeni naval forces.
However, once American forces responded to the ship's distress call, it was found that the vessel was in fact from Barbados and not the United States. The Iran-linked group has defended the attack on the civilian ship, claiming that it ignored warnings from the Houthi naval forces. The targeted ship had 20 crew members on board from at least 5 different nations, who eventually abandoned the ship after the attack. Meanwhile, Washington, D.C. has called out the Houthis for attacking civilians and vowed to hold the Iran-linked group accountable.
The Houthis have continued to launch these reckless attacks with no regard for the well-being of innocent civilians who are transiting through the Red Sea, and now they have unfortunately and tragically killed innocent civilians. And so the United States will continue to hold the Houthis accountable for their attacks, which have not just disrupted international commerce, not just disrupted the freedom of navigation in international waters, and not just endangered seafarers, but now tragically killed a number of them. So we will continue to hold them accountable, and we call on governments around the world to do the same.
Now, despite the American warnings, the Houthis say that they will continue targeting any ships that are linked to the United States, the UK, or Israel. Now, contrary to their claims, the rebel group continues to target commercial ships from other nations as well. In fact, the Yemen-based Houthis have carried out multiple attacks on commercial ships in the last 48 hours. Apart from the vessel from Barbados that was fatally targeted yesterday, ships from Greece and Liberia were also struck. In fact, the Indian Navy was called into action to douse a massive blaze on the Liberian-flagged ship that was hit. The Houthis have been carrying out sustained drone and missile attacks on commercial ships for at least 4 months now. Meanwhile, the United States and its allies have increased their maritime deployment in the Red Sea. But the Houthis say they will not stop their attacks until Israel halts its siege on Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. Now that blood is in the water, there are growing concerns that this could intensify conflict in the region. We will stay atop developing this story. Watch this space for more updates.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on First Post America.